It's Pepe Cedeno, and welcome back to another video. So I wanted to talk about Tesla. I know my last video was actually a couple months ago. I did a Tesla video on my price prediction for Tesla, but now we had the quarterly earnings on the 28th of April. So I wanted to focus on a little bit about what to expect from Tesla. And honestly, quarterly earnings were pretty good. Honestly, they weren't that bad, but there were a few disappointments and a little things that kind of spooked Wall Street, kind of spooked a lot of big institutions and big whales that decided to just cause a ruckus and sell off on the Tesla stock on the last week of April. But so let's just dive in here and discuss what was going on with Tesla. Currently, Tesla is actually trading at $710 after hours. Tesla did go up from the week because a week ago, which is actually before, it was trading at around 740s, you know, upper 30s. But then it took a big drop. If you notice here, it took a big drop in the beginning of the week, which was around Tuesday before the earnings were to be reported. Now it took a big drop and it just literally day after day, it just kept dropping. Like I'm talking about Monday, it was already heading down. Tuesday, it freaking took a big drop. And then again, it just continued on Wednesday when the earnings came out. And honestly, let me just say this, the earnings were honestly not that bad. I thought the earnings were pretty good. I mean, yeah, Tesla has a couple of different ways of doing things, which I thought Elon Musk is a genius for doing so because you have to realize Elon Musk decided to basically he decided to prior months before bet 10% of Tesla's money on Bitcoin. He put around $1.5 billion on Bitcoin. Currently, Tesla's valuation of Bitcoin is actually $2.5 billion. Well, for the quarterly earnings, he ended up withdrawing over a little bit over $100 million worth of Bitcoin. So because he did that, he actually did that for a certain reason. Elon Musk said he did that because he wanted to prove that Bitcoin was a liquid asset. And just like stocks where you can invest your money and obviously you're hoping your money continues to gain value, you're able to withdraw it and it's a lot easier to withdraw. And it's just liquid assets. It's assets that are easily withdrawable. So I personally love it. I thought that was a great idea. Just like stocks, I'm into crypto as well. And I'm going to be obviously making videos about that too. And I don't want to get too much into crypto at the moment, but I think what Elon Musk did was a genius and smart move. I mean, he's just a genius and it was just a smart move that he did. I think I said that backwards, but he did that and I think it was brilliant. I think in the future you're going to see a lot of companies start doing that. You're going to see a lot of companies get into investing into Bitcoin and making a profit and getting raising more capital for their companies through cryptocurrency. I think that's something that's huge, and I think that's coming. I mean, literally, Elon Musk was the first one to do it, and he's the first one to just take that risk. And especially because Bitcoin is a bit volatile, but again, Bitcoin's been steady. You go a little bit more into the month, like again, Bitcoin was steady for a couple of, look at that. It was pretty good. The volume seems pretty good in the 60s, but again, the 60s, 65s did not hold up. I think the 50s are pretty good for Bitcoin at the moment. And yeah, Bitcoin is it's a little bit more volatile than stocks for sure. For Elon Musk, taking that risk was a great idea because I mean, no risk, no reward, it's like my mom always says. And I think that, by doing so, he was able to raise capital. He was able to raise 100 million. And anything Tesla does, I mean, autonomous drive, Tesla, it just keeps getting criticized. And I think that's very important. And it's very, you have to really pay attention to that because when things like that happen, it's just something that is wrong. It's big whales, big institutions that just they kind of like are hating on Tesla. They're kind of hating on Elon Musk because he's outside thinking outside of the box and they're not used to that. They're not used to somebody just over here creating different opportunities, creating different things. I mean, before, if you really think about it, before electric vehicles were boring, electric vehicles were slow, and Elon Musk transformed them into beautiful, beautiful vehicles that are just fast and reliable and they're just long range batteries. I mean, and again, Tesla is a company that is just based on a lot of services and products. Tesla Model Y was on track to become the world's best selling car. And Elon Musk actually said this for 2022. And he predicts that Tesla Model Y is going to become the best selling vehicle next year, and I believe it. I believe definitely believe it. I mean, this is basically if you scroll down here, like talking about the Honda, number five, Toyota, got the Chevy, got the Ram, and you got a Ford. So I mean, things like that where I mean you have those kind of stuff and you have those vehicles. There's no mention in Tesla. There's no mention of any Tesla vehicle being the top right now at the moment, but I'm very optimistic about that. I believe that Tesla is going to be definitely breaking boundaries, and that's what a lot of institutions are afraid of, and that's what a lot of people have been driving a lot of big whales have been driving the Tesla price lower and lower. This is something that I have never seen before where a company makes profitable earnings, has a good balance sheet, and again, it just definitely just crashes and it just crashes for the whole week. And that is something that is very, again, another thing people were talking about, and another thing that is being criticized about Tesla is the fact that Tesla is taking regulatory credits from the government, from tax credits. Again, if they do that, and again, if you're counting that those kind of regulatory credits towards the earnings and everything like that, then yeah, Tesla might have, kind of slightly got a little close on that, but still, it's still very important to understand that other companies do have regulatory credits, to have do have tax credits on those. And again, they don't get as much hate as Tesla does. They don't get as much, they don't get as much media, negative media news. And I think that's very important to understand and definitely know because, again, Elon Musk is a person who is driven by success. He wants to become, he wants to help change. And actually, he's really in for the retail investor. I mean, you recently seen him pumping Dogecoin and just recently adding Bitcoin to be able to buy a Tesla is another genius and another opportunity that Tesla's going to be able to build wealth in the long run because when you see a Tesla vehicle that's being sold and you see a vehicle that you see a vehicle that's being sold and you see that vehicle sold for like 30 to 50 or $70,000 and you're buying it with Bitcoin. Well, guess what? Bitcoin has a probability to just continue rising. Bitcoin has projections to 100 to two, three, four, $500,000, even to $1 million. So Elon Musk knows that. And Elon Musk is very smart because he understands that because Bitcoin has that probability to go up that much, for somebody purchasing a Tesla right now with Bitcoin at around 50, 60, $70,000, he will allow it to buy, you can buy Bitcoin with that, you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin, and he knows that money is just, that Bitcoin is just going to go up. He knows it's going to go up, but regardless if Bitcoin goes down a little bit, in the long run, Bitcoin is just set to go up and just continue to skyrocket. And that is something that is a genius because again, you're investing in some, you're allowing to accept liquid asset that you can withdraw and take out at any moment. So when you have that on your balance sheet, your price just continues to go up. So because of the fact that Bitcoin is just going to continue to rocket and because Bitcoin is going to continue to improve, so whenever you do have all those sales, all that money coming in, well, guess what? That money is actually increasing in value. That money has the opportunity to just freaking 10x, 5x. You just don't know. And that's the thing. And that's where I think Elon Musk takes that risk. And it's actually a very intelligent risk, a very smart, because it's a smart move. I mean, it's something 21st century move. And a lot of companies have not caught up there. A lot of the market has not caught up with it. The market has not caught up with Tesla, and they're falling behind. They're just not understanding exactly that he's taken them by surprise. And again, I think Tesla is just going to continue rising. I mean, if you're looking at the numbers, if you look at the here, if you look at the movement here for Tesla, I mean, just again, this opportunity this week was a great opportunity to buy, especially because now this one day today, on the 30th, Tesla just went up crazy. It went up like $30, $32 per share. And again, the more shares you have, it's going to continue to multiply your money. Now, what this is really nice is that $33 increase, but yet for next week, it's still under, if you really take a look at it, 710, which was like a week ago, or I want to say a month ago. It still was trading at 760, 770 almost. It was also mostly trading from the 740s to the 750s and just really range from here. And it was like the just building that, just building from that one. So you did have a lot of momentum here. You did have a lot of, movement and a lot of push to the top. But again, it wasn't enough to just keep it steady to the 750s. Again, you just kept dropping to the 740s. Now, where I think Tesla's gonna continue to go. It's definitely gonna hit the 740s again, but I think once it does hit the 740s, it's gonna surpass it and hit the 750s. Now, I don't think Tesla, depending on, again, because they had a shortage. Tesla has a shortage of chips, which is actually causing the battery, issues with the battery production. And again, you're being slowed down on the production of the Cybertruck, which is another thing that's, but Elon Musk recently tweeted that 5 gigafactories were going to be finished this year. And again, I mean, you're going to be able to, he's going to be starting producing the Cybertruck, which is going to be a big, big capital for Tesla. It's going to continue. Cybertruck is going to help Tesla. I mean, people are very excited about Cybertruck. I'm very excited about Cybertruck, and I think that's going to be huge. I mean, that's something that nobody's ever had, and that's something that's new, and I can't wait to see those driving around. But I do think that the Cybertruck may be built by the end of the year, if not early next year. But when those numbers start rolling in, I think it's going to be a good quarter for the coming up, for at least the maybe the quarter coming up towards the end of the year, the third quarter, or, you never know. I mean, but I still believe Tesla's going to continue rising. And I do see Tesla at least, I know I had a bullish price for $2,000 for the end of the year, but again, because of the shortages that Tesla has had, just a lack of, things that are slowing the production down. And even then, Tesla's sitting on hitting numbers, even with shortages, Tesla's still hitting numbers. So honestly, my bullish is still, I would love to see Tesla at $2,000 by the end of the year, but I do believe that Tesla is going to hit around 1,200 to $1,500. And yeah, and it's still going to continue to skyrocket. But I personally would love to still see Tesla on the $700 because it's still an opportunity to buy. And I'm just going to keep adding them, especially at these levels that are $700. They're still a steal because anything under $1,000 for Tesla is going to be a steal. I think once Tesla hits $1,000, it's just going to be game over and it's just going to continue to rise and it'll just continue to go parabolic. I mean, you've seen Tesla in one day, $33. I mean, sometimes I've seen Tesla go from like $70 in a single day, in a single move. I mean, that's just, and just continuously day after day after day. So when you have that and you have that momentum, it nothing stops it. And honestly, Tesla's going to rise, going to continue moving. And let's just be honest. I mean, Tesla is the future of EV, the future of energy, the future of battery. I mean, it's got an insurance company, it's going to be integrating insurance along with the vehicles. So it's got a lot of stuff going on. And if you're really bullish on Tesla for the long run, you are going to be very profitable and you're going to be building a very wealthy portfolio. So again, you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a YouTuber. Just don't take this as financial advice. Again, I'm very bullish on Tesla and I'm just going to continue buying Tesla. But I do think that the hate on Tesla has been very unfair, especially because Tesla is a huge company. It's an American company that is making gains. And I don't know why people, don't recognize that. I mean, you have other companies out of other automobile companies like Ford and GM and, that been around. And again, you have the same trucks, the same types of trucks year after year. You don't have that with Tesla. Tesla just brings out the truck. It's a brand new type of model. It's changing the game and it's actually causing other vehicles to turn into EV. Now, always think about it. Would other vehicles like Ford and GM and Toyota, would they all have shifted to EV if Tesla wouldn't have shifted to EV first? Maybe not. Maybe they would have taken a lot longer to shift to EV because maybe they would have just waited it out again because they were comfortable, but Tesla's changing the game and Tesla's changing it. So you better get on the boat. You better get on, better strap on, and you better get on this rocket that's about to take off because believe me, Tesla will take off. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell. Tesla go to the moon. So, all right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, see you guys soon. Peace.